It's also here at Rock Creek that one man fell into those rushing waters. An accident ending in tragedy. Hey friends, Melinda Lee, just off of South Frontage Road near the Zoo Drive exit, and a lot of you probably started to smoke around this area. We are seeing a grass fire. Melinda Lee here outside of Riverstone Health, where we do have our first confirmed case of Zika virus here in Yellowstone County. But don't panic, I spoke with staff here at Riverstone Health, and here's what I learned. Melinda Lee here again, live downtown, where we are seeing a crowd demonstrate against the Dakota Access Pipeline. Divest your funds from Wells Fargo. Wants to encourage us all to buckle up. And they're using ribbons like these to do so. He tells me that this wheat here should be twice as long and that the seeds within it, ripping sections of roof like this clear off. We do not have those in our state. As just behind me, you'll see crews are still working, but for more than a quarter of Park City's class of 2017, it's just the beginning of their college career in athletics. While I was far from a natural, I felt the sport was easy to pick up and play. For the more than 500 personnel and 21 crews here battling the Cliff Creek fire. I'm outside of Billings Clinic with this board to collect your concerns and questions regarding health and the healthcare system. This flea and tick medicine is the culprit. How do parents know that their kids are safe to ride? Also take a look at the difference when you turn off onto these side roads. Measurable snow to lead others towards a brighter future. Rimrock Foundation, where he's now mentoring hundreds of people. There's no statewide ban for distracted driving, but drivers caught looking away from the wheel could pay a fine or pay the ultimate price. They're using helmets like these to show support for one of their own. So I put on one of these bunny suits to give you guys an exclusive look. Does anyone even use these anymore? I think I speak on behalf of a lot of us when we keep our notes on our phone. The saying, "There's no place like home," has different meaning for children who suffer abuse at the hands of their own family members. Welcome aboard the Road Patcher, or the Mothership, as our equipment operator John Ojeda says that they like to call it. Just west of Laurel, Punky Guffey's growing family includes 2 kids, 3 dogs, and 25 of these guys.
Horses are a big thing for us. We're out here every single day with them.
And Guffey says she was outside with her children, dogs, and horses Friday when the unexpected happened.
It was a perfect day. There was no clouds, no nothing. And then all of a sudden a little breeze came up.
Ripping sections of roof like this clear off, scattering them around the yard in a matter of minutes.
The roof of the barn flew off in 3 different pieces. One flew up over the shop and into the neighbors, and another piece flew down and landed on a horse that was still tied up. My nephews took my kids inside, and I was able to get the horse untied and keep his head down and get the piece off of him and then get him loose. And within 3 minutes, everything was done and over with. There was no wind, no nothing. We had kind of a loose mare that we rescued off the sale, and she went over a round bale feeder. And her colt that was with her got his back legs cut up and his front legs cut up a little bit. But all in all, everyone seems okay, just kind of shaken up. And then we had another horse that had a baby this morning, so it must have scared it out of her.
Guffey's chosen name for the newest addition to the family?
It's going to be Wind. I don't really know what happened to describe it as Wind, because it happened so quick and it was over so quick, but that was a good name for her.
Melinda Lee, Color 8 News. Good Friday morning. Did you know that for farmers here in Northeast Montana, wheat like this is much more than a crop? It's the source of their livelihood. Now, I got this from a Freud man who's been growing crops like these for decades, but he tells me this year is different. He says that this wheat should be twice as long and that the seeds you're seeing inside should be half or double as large. So why the reason for the shortcomings? A lack of rain.
Mother Nature can be a cruel mother at times. You know, this is serious.
With hands full of today, Northeast Montana farmers hope for a better and wetter tomorrow.
We're in the business of hope and praying for rain.
In his lifetime of farming the land, Kim Murray says this year's drought is the worst he's experienced.
We always compare everything to 1988. I was farming through the 80s, and these droughts unfortunately seem to run in decades at times. 88, I think we had 3 inches of rain from January to June 22nd. This year we've had about 1 3/4 inches.
Currently we have hit D3, which means extreme drought. So that has triggered a lot of different programs.
Maybe this field here is going to run, I don't know, 10 bushel. That's terrible, but it's better than 5. This field, I don't know if we'll even cut it.
So farmers like Kim Murray out here in northeast Montana continuing to look to the sky and hope for a blessing from Mother Nature in the form of some precipitation. He tells me he's invested too much to let go now, and he tells me that farming is like Texas Hold'em. He says the risk varies, but he goes all in every year. In Culbertson, I'm Melinda Lee. Along Rock Creek, where hours ago we heard the commotion of dozens of local agencies searching these rushing waters, now an emptiness created by the loss of one man who fell out of his kayak and into the creek Monday afternoon near Westminster Spires.
He was with a friend, a kayaking group of friends.
Thomas Bajos is a life spent on the water. With decades of kayaking experience, Red Lodge Fire Chief Tom Kuntz says Bajo knew these waters well.
Had floated this river many times, and it doesn't sound like they did anything necessarily wrong. It sounds like it was just an accident in kayaking.
This individual hit a rock, rolled over in the kayak, became separated from it. They were unable to get him out of the water. We believe that he hit his head.
His body found Tuesday morning around 7 by fellow kayakers.
We immediately responded with rescue crews and were successful in bringing him out of the water.
As a community mourns, this tragedy warns that no one is immune to the dangers posed by high, fast-moving water. We'd like to extend our condolences to the Bajo family and gratitude for all those helping the search along Rock Creek. Stay safe, friends. In Red Lodge, I'm Melinda Lee. I'll send it back to you.